because the kicking game has always been a bit of an Achilles heel for the Bearcats.
Now doing the kicking on the kickoff for York High will be Ronald Simpson, but as you mentioned, Craig, Hank Buckingham will handle the extra points and field goal attempts. Connor Wentland back deep along with Chad Stout for the Wildcats. And let's just hope it's anything close to last week's game.
Some hard hitting and some terrific defensive play, and may the best team win.
Stout takes the kickoff, looking up the middle, and good coverage that time by York High.
Well, both defenses, Chris, obviously are going to think run first, pass second, because that's what both teams have been noted for this season.
Nevin Markle right up the middle, pounds it out across the 25. And that'll bring up offense for the Bearcats.
And that'll be a classic matchup. Watch number 54 in the white jersey. He is just a terrific pass rusher. It's going to be big assignments all day for Dallastown to block.
And Rossi fumbles the snap, but fortunately can fall on it.
Despite the great defense and effort, they had too many penalties.
Right.
So they've got to clean up both those aspects of their game.
80 yards of penalties last week for the Wildcats. One of the problems that Dallastown faced last week. Rossi, here's the pressure. And Rossi gets nailed just as he lets the young men to understand his speed and quickness. And boy, you saw it in that first pass play with the pressure from Jackson. Rossi in punt formation. And they're going to kick it. You can see clearly Rossi trying to kick the ball away from the receivers, and it's going to be a short kick, and York High's going to come up with great speed to front for the Bearcats on 1st and 10. The wishbone backfield, and Davis off the right side. Boy, Van Davis running hard down near the 35. It's going to be Davis gets 8 yards on 1st down, 2nd and 2. And a little movement that time, and again, ball carrier is Davis, and Davis is going to be near the first human opportunity in that Bearcat backfield. So sort of the three-headed monster back there for York High. And here goes Roscoe trying to get to the outside. And still on his feet, turning it up the field, and touchdown, York High. Jason Roscoe. And I'll tell you what, let's give credit to, I mentioned Taz Sweeney. He was the guy leading Roscoe to the corner, Craig.
Excellent blocking. This is a York High team that averages over 35 points a game. Only Littlestown is scoring more in the league. And number one in the rushing game, 329 yards, or 329 rushes this season for 2,348 yards. They rush for almost 300 a game.
And Hank Buckingham drills the extra point. So 9:32 to go in the first quarter. And unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see the block of Sweeney out in front to really kind of spring Roscoe.
But you did see Roscoe really show the speed there. It looked as though Dave White was just about ready to get him in the grass, but just that burst of speed to the outside puts it into the end zone with Jason Roscoe. Roscoe, incredible year. He's averaging, Chris, over 11 yards a carry and has already rushed for over 1,100 yards this year.
32 yards is the touchdown carry by Roscoe, so make it 22 touchdowns of 30 yards or more this season for the Bearcats. Pretty impressive by the Bearcats to start tonight here. The defense holds right away, and offensively they could take advantage and score early, so we'll see if Dallastown can bounce back. Once again, Simpson to kick it. Wentland and Stout back deep to receive for Dallastown. Wentland after the bobble at the 7th, and wow, what a hit down there. Number 10, Josiah Pondexter, just nailed Connor Wentland.
2 yards of the season. So he is getting the carries and certainly racking up the yardage.
Field position at the 13, not good position at all for the Wildcats. And Moore going off that right side, and so
to get there for him.
2nd down and 5. Markle and Moore in the backfield again. Stout split out here to the near side. And movement along the 5-yard penalty is enough for the Dallastown first down. So that gets it out to about the 24. Moore, left side, spinning out near the 30 and flag 5-yard line. So penalties helping Dallastown thus far tonight. Moore, oh man, what a hit by Van Davis. Whew. Credit for that to how well the defensive lineman played, which allowed those linebackers the room to roam and be able to make tackles like Van Davis just did out of the linebacker spot. Second down 11. Rossi, pressure coming from behind, gets it out, intended for Moore. Tough call here for Dallastown. 3rd and 11.
Well, with speed coming at him, don't be surprised, draw screen. Certainly a possibility here early.
Backside pressure again coming from Simpson, and again, good coverage.
Good time getting enough time to throw.
Rossi in punt formation, Sweeney and Roscoe back deep for York High. Remember the first time it was pretty obvious that Rossi was kicking away from those two guys. This time he's going to kick it away. And Roscoe catches it on the run. Look out, there's a lot of running room. 40, 45, and almost out to midfield. We come back to action. Taz Sweeney, boy, looked like he was
to take the stop. It's a 5-6 yard gain. Very positive gain for York High.
Davis, left side, not much running room that time. 3rd down, let's call it a long 3 for the Bearcats. The pitch to Roscoe, trying to get to the outside, cuts it back. Oh, another great cut by Roscoe. Flags fly as Roscoe's brought down inside of the...
Look here, here's the pitch that you called, Chris. Gets to see the field, he's got the blockers out of the bone in front of him. Makes the cut right there. That's the cut that springs him. And somewhere in there, the hold is called, and that's what brings it back.
So 3rd down and 11 after the penalty. Mosley, straight drop, pressure, throws it up. He's got a receiver, and Nelson has it. 10-5 touchdown, York High. Brandon Nelson on the catch, and I'll tell you what, he was wide open, Craig. That was almost a wounded duck going out there.
Hey, Chris, what I was searching for, and I came up with the numbers I was looking for coming into tonight's ball game. By the 9th week of the season, facts and figures don't lie. York High ran the ball 329 times coming into tonight. They've only thrown it 44 times, completing 15. And guess what happens? Just when I'm ready to pull that one up, Mosley hits a big one to Nelson. That was right there.
Buckingham, see the pressure on Mosley, and he did what he had to do, was just get it out there because Nelson was wide open. He ran under it.
He really kind of threw to a spot and really had enough air under the football that Nelson, with a terrific speed, made the cut across from the left side of the field on like a corner pattern and just ran away from the corner, and there was no safety there to cover.
Well, you know, Craig,
the big plays are great, but boy, he's got to be happy about the fact of getting a touchdown pass early. That at least plants the seed in the mind of the Dallastown defender.
There you see 3 plays and 49 yards, and after the penalty pushed him back, the pass play was 52 yards from Mosley to Nelson. Just a minute 54 off the clock on our Stettler Dodge scoring drive. 14-0, York High leads it.
Now it becomes very imperative that Dallastown start to control the football on offense. They need a score, but more importantly, they got to keep the ball out of York High's hands.
Coming up the middle is Stout. Stout with some running room. He's going to have to be caught from behind. And at the 1, he's caught by Monty McMillian, and
he made the one minor mistake that not all guys make, but the temptation's too great. He peeked back, and that cost him just a half a step, a quarter of a step, enough to be caught, or Stout would have had the touchdown. What a terrific move he made on the first break. 93 yards on the return for Chad Stout, and
Well, Craig, you said Dallastown needed an answer. That's certainly
This is it. This is a real shot in the arm for them. Right here's what makes the play. Watch him plant the left foot and go out to the right. He's got the block, the lead block there from number 7, Darren Chilcote. And at that point, he's on his way, and just a slight look back slowed him down just enough to bring it down.
Markle fumbles the football. And York High has it.
Oh, my.
And I'll tell you what, Craig, I don't think the ball was ever transferred from Rossi to Markle. I don't know. Tough. So from the 20, the Bearcats have it back, and no damage done as far as they're concerned. There goes the outside, and there goes York High once again, and Mosley is going to be in for another York High touchdown. Oh, man, Craig.
Well, J.D. Martin might say he likes to drive the ball down the field, but let's face it, people, he's got a big play offense.
I got to be honest with you, Craig, I didn't know where the football was for a while.
Great execution by the quarterback, Mosley. And Chris, this game has gone from a potential 14-7 ball game to a 20-0 and potentially likely a 21-0 game here. And just devastating the Wildcats early.
Buckingham's kick is good.
Well, he was perfect last week, and he's perfect this week. Control the football. Look at that.
I thought Van Davis had the ball.
Van Davis, right. Then he's on the outside. Now, think about this. You're talking about Sweeney, you're talking about Van Davis, you're talking about Roscoe, and now your quarterback fakes the belly, comes right around the end and shows the great speed getting into the end zone. Terrific effort there by Chad Stout to catch it. How tired must Chad Stout be at this time?
Yeah.
He ran the ball 93 yards, and now he chased Mosley the other way.
80 yards on the run for Mosley. So,
Chris, if you would have told J.D. Martin that with 4:34 to go in the first quarter, they'd have 133 yards rushing on 7 carries, almost 20 yards a carry, and 1 pass play for 52 yards, do you think he'd be happy? I think so.
I think so.
They're pretty good halftime.
Yeah, that's for sure. Simpson to kick it off once again. And Squibber, and I'll tell you, ball goes out of bounds. Dallastown was fortunate there because York High was close. Well,
we brought out the Jets on that. The Blue Angels are back.
Oh, man.
Put away the Cars, we're back to the Jets.
Well, and appropriately so. Mosley goes 80 yards, 21-0.
The time of possession must be less than, what, 2 minutes, 3 minutes for the Bearcats? It's very minimal. 3 minutes and 5 seconds. 21 points on the board in 3 minutes and 5 seconds of playing time. Wow.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Almost sitting here in stunned silence. 36-yard line is the spot for the Wildcats. Second back is Moore, running room for Moore as he crosses the 45 out near the
7-1, 53 points with a potential of 61. So both York High and Redline on target to be in the Quad A playoffs, and that is a formidable field with teams like Cumberland Valley and Central Dauphin.
Second down and 6, so Moore gains 9. The penalty costs them 5, so second and 6 for the Bearcats. Or for the Wildcats, rather. Blake Miller in motion to the short side, and flags fly as we head away. So, second down and 11 for Dallastown. Rossi to Moore. Oh, nice cut by Moore, and Moore makes some nice yardage for the junior.
Good block that time from number 56, Rob Bessemer.
Moore looks like he
scored a touchdown from a kickoff return. Last season, Jason Roscoe had 3 on kickoff returns. Tim Falk had 2.
Moore again, running room once again. Out near another first
to the Bearcats and letting the back read off of that and coming off the block.
And York High calls a timeout. That's their second timeout. They'll have the Valleys. Again, nice yardage on first down by Moore. It's going to be second down and 1. And again, movement on that Dallastown.
Defensively, got the kids in the spot. Done an excellent job.
And there's another fumble, and by Moore, I'm not sure who got that one. Looks like Dallastown is going to hang on. It's going to be third down, but third and 6 for the Wildcats. Probably another passing situation. Nope, they're going to pitch it to Moore. Trying to follow his blockers, and it's going to be easily the first down out to the 4 side of the ball tonight, Craig. There's that count. Moore stumbling through the hole. Inside the 30 and down to the 28, first and 10 for Dallastown. Moore right up the middle, makes one nice cut and gets down inside the 20.
Well, I'm just going to leave it go. That says it all, right? Somebody getting married on Halloween.
Second down and a long yard. Once again, Markle and Moore, and again that delay handoff. Moore breaks a tackle and down
Dallastown in the first quarter. So Moore had all but 2 of those yards.
First and 10 from the 12. Right of the middle. Again, boy, look at the running room that time for Moore as he cuts it to the... I think this drive tells you a lot about the young guys from Dallastown.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just really... I can't believe they've come back from...